jumping out your chest. My little brother out paying them bills on the road, or I'll probably have him on his track putting y'all in check. But instead, it's the ESW, all by his widow's self. Most of y'all too young to understand knowledge is the key, and I'm old enough to know the master. I'm trying to rise my level of power, trying to tear down the shit that you're after. I've been in the game too long and spit too many songs to quit now. What's the use? After I'm done, at least you'll know that you can't pull the train from the fucking caboose.
See, now it is mumbo jumbo like that. Skinny little lizards like you thinking they the last track. The gears come full of bad me. Get up here, boy. I got something real for your ass in these hands. We gonna settle this once and for all, cause I am back. The Shogun is back on the scene.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How's everybody going today? Yep, it's numero dos, second episode. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate you for that. Thanks for hanging with me while I figure this out, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know who I am, my name's Micah Honore, and this is in the blender. I think I'm gonna stick with it. It's got a nice ring to it, you know. We put our emotions in the blender every day, and we try to come out with a different mix. So, yeah, I like it. If you guys like it, let me know. Probably not gonna change, but it is what it is. It's a beautiful day, and I'm loving it. How's everybody doing? Again, like I said before. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Micah Honore, and today we're going to open the door to a day in the life of an empath. You know, like I said in the first episode, energy comes in different forms, and we're able to, you know, take that and process it on a level where we can understand it and comprehend it individually as people. So not everybody's on the same frequency with that. There's some people who might get into some trouble when they're trying to, you know, deal with process complex emotions. Excuse me. So, you know, they might have some frustrations or there's some issues going on with them, and they might not be able to adequately present themselves to you. There's other people that are, you know, they overstand everything, you know, on an energetic level as far as, you know, advanced level empaths. People who have trained for long times, and they have the experiences necessary to kind of wade through the muck and figure out, you know, hidden meanings behind this and that, and what your true alternative, you know, ulterior motives might be as a person in general. There's a lot of different facets of life as an empathic person and what those abilities entail. So, you know, I'll try to do my best to educate everybody on what that is if you don't already understand it. For some of you guys, you know, hey, just re-up on your knowledge. But, you know, okay, so basically an empath is a person who has enhanced abilities to receive and understand and tune into frequencies of energy, no matter what form that might be. Now, on a normal level, when we think of an empath, as far as, you know, human beings who are empathic, we always say, well, you know, we kind of feel your emotions. We can tap into that and unconsciously sort of feel you, more or less. We feel you. So, you know, and there's that. There's so many different ways to explain it, but I guess the best way I can explain it is with the battery analogy that I used last week. You know, we're like batteries, and when you charge a battery with so much energy, sometimes that battery is only going to be able to hold so much. And, you know, our capacity for absorbing energy is probably a little higher than other people's, because that's what we're built for. That's what we've trained ourselves to do for however long that we've been doing it. So it would be more like we would be a monster truck battery, huge as hell, and the normal average person would be sort of like a Power Wheels battery, like a 6-volt battery. Okay, so you still get your thing going on, but we're built for heavier duty types of applications, and a lot of that comes with the territory because we're around people who are very emotional, and sometimes we end up attracting that because people sense like, oh, he gets what I'm saying, he gets me, but really what it is people crying out for social interaction. Everybody gets that urge to want to be part of something. No man is immune to that or from it. No man is immune from feeling disconnected or alone. We all feel alone sometimes. I feel alone sometimes right now. I'm going through, I'm getting ready to start a divorce. We were together for 20 years, so yeah, I feel alone. Sometimes I go to bed, I lay at night, I'm just like, damn. Because now there's a vacuum. There's an energy vacuum. It's not there anymore. And I'm sure she probably goes through the same things. But, aside from getting sidetracked, learning to be alone and learning to adjust to that loss of energy is something completely different than where I'm going right now. So I'm gonna put a cap on it. But we're very sensitive. We're very sensitive people, and if we ever give off the impression that we're just aloof or we're just being nonchalant and we don't really care about what's going on, that's not the case at all. A lot of the times we're trying to shield ourselves from everything that is going on because there's way too much to absorb all at one time. It's like trying to shove a watermelon through a keyhole. How much you gonna get? But no, seriously, it's a very, very volatile. Maybe volatile is a little bit extreme to use, but it's a very challenging situation at times, and it requires us to have a certain set of skills. So we're not always in our feelings. Sometimes we're in your feelings. Sometimes we're in yours. And that's the part that is a very, very challenging. I'll just keep using the word challenging because I'm not going all synonymy and whatever. That's because trying to figure out what's yours and what's mine, bro, this shit it's not no joke. There's so many things going on all at one time that a lot of us look like we're ADHD. That is a very, very common misdiagnosis for an empath because we're processing so many things and we're taking in so much data and information on an energetic level from one person. One person is all it takes for us to lose our fucking minds. That's all it takes. You come to us on the wrong day when we're wide open, like just pouring it in like a funnel, and you're gonna make us go nuts. If we look at you and we're like, whoa, last night, man, it's like, hey, no, I'm cool today. What you doing? No, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just cool. I'm just trying to. No, we're trying to analyze, separate, compartmentalize, redirect, recycle. There's so many different things going on. And yes, it's complicated. Everybody has a complicated life. I understand people who are not endowed with, empathic abilities. I get that. You guys have a really fucking challenging life too. Just being able to communicate on a daily basis with somebody like that. That's a very daunting task for both parties, for both people involved. It's very, very it's intense sometimes because we got to pull shit out of us that you don't know about. And when we get to that point, it's like word vomit. Word vomit is about the biggest or the easiest way I can put it, because if we don't have time to process, we don't have time to compartmentalize and analyze and redirect and recharge, it can get messy. Say I run into somebody I went to school with, and I haven't seen them in 25 years. That's been happening a lot lately. It's been happening a lot. So, there's a lot of big, a lot of really cool emotions going on because I ain't seen this dude in this chick in 20-some years, whatever, so you're not happy. And then I go somewhere, I go to work, and somebody's in a shitty mood. I'm probably going to end up soaking up some of that bad energy. And 2 days later, I might be finally to the point where I'm redistributing everything and I'm moving stuff around, and now I get to this bad ball of energy, and I'm like, oh fuck, what do I do with this? I'm in a really cool spot right now. Like I'm in a place where people are happy. How do I get rid of it? Do I have to tamp it down? Do I have to hold on to it? A lot of the times I have to hold on to it because I don't want to smack somebody with something. I don't want to give somebody something they don't deserve, more or less. If you have a bad reaction or if you have an extreme reaction, we're going to have one. We're going to be just as hyperbolic as you are. So keep that in mind. Because you're going to get what you pay for in life. And you mess with one of us, we're going to give it to you. It's a good thing to be able to understand people a little bit deeper so you can find ways to connect with them more easily and to kind of get down to the nitty gritty and what makes a person tick. That's a very valuable skill in life, to be able to connect with people on any kind of level, whether it's, you have job skills in common, or you're on the same basketball court, you bump into somebody dropping your kid off at daycare, picking them up from school, doing whatever, in the bank parking lot, you might be like, hey, that's a nice person. So there's many different ways to connect with people, even on an energetic level. Sometimes and I've done this before. I look at people and I'll be walking by somebody and I'll go, hey man, you all right? You good? You just look like you're having a bad day, and conversation starts. It might even be a 2 or 3 minute conversation, but that could be the conversation that saves that person's life. He might have been suicidal. I've had friends come and tell me, like, man, you caught me at the right time. Bro, I was feeling down about myself, and, for you to ask me if I'm okay, that's something that people when nobody's going to really tell you they're not okay. If they are, they don't need to tell you they're okay. They don't need to tell you they're okay. We'll see it. And a lot of the times people look at that and go, oh my God, he's in a good mood. Whoa, hey. And we acknowledge that and we recognize it. But when somebody's in a bad mood, you just kind of like, oh shit, he's pissed off. I'm about to leave him alone. I ain't fucking with that dude today. Sometimes you got to look at somebody and be like, yo, what's fucking with you? Who getting on you today? Why you all like that? What's wrong with the face? You gotta. That's part of connecting to people, is even if you're not empathic, you need to be empathetic. You need to be sympathetic to people. Look at somebody and go, hey, I felt like that. I seen that face on me. Let me go see what's wrong with dude. And not just dude, but people in general, men, women, children, old, young, black, white, Jewish, Catholic, whoever you are. Let's connect. Let's make some more positive connections. Let's make some fruitful connections in life. You don't have to be an empath to look at somebody and say, yo, that dude's on, like, man, wow, he's in a bad way right now. So when you see somebody in a bad way, be like, hey, buddy, what's up? I know we don't know each other, but, you know, you don't have to explain yourself. Just like, yo, why are you so sad? I mean, I don't know your life, but your life could be better. Must be, you know, focus on that. Sometimes give a dude a pat on the back like, hey, buddy, how you doing? All right, have a nice day. Keep on moving. Just being acknowledged. Just being acknowledged is such a life-saving tool that we we hardly ever pull out of our bag of tricks as humans. We hardly ever look at somebody and go, hey, I see you, bro. I see you. Empaths, we can't help but to see you. We see all of you, every single last one. We see all of you. We see you. Whoever you are, you're watching this, I see you. If I bump into you on the street and I don't know you, I still see you. If we're picking our kids up from school and I bump into you, or we find out that our kids like each other, I still see you. Even if they hate each other, I still see you. Because at some point, we're going to have to be people. So start peopling. All right, so this is me for now. I got a booger in my nose. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, I think I'm going to shut it down for today. I've said enough. Just the basics on who we are, what we're capable of, and how we try to function in society among everything else, and, you know, try to wade the stream without drowning, more or less. So, like I said, it's all about what you present to the world is going to be the gift you receive in return. I hope we can blend again. Micah Honore, this is In the Blender, and have a blessed day. Take care of yourself, take care of each other.
Takes over from the mind and guides the body without thought. A great fighter, for instance, might be able to get just his hands filled with such power that they would get the glove, which could be deadly if it fell into evil hands. Yet, if these hands belong to a master,
like Bruce Lee.
yes, exactly, someone who has reached the final level and could make his whole body glow, the beauty he would be able to create would be without bounds. Imagine the wonder someone like this can bring to the world.